Hey everyone, it's Shadow the Rat, and I'm back with another video for my rat highlight series. Now, I've finished the 3 videos on my first 3 girls, which are Sonic, Shadow, and Ninja, so now I'm going to move on to Latte and Berry, which are my next 2. And this video will focus on Berry. So, Blackberry, or Berry as you may know her, came home with Latte on June 23rd of 2016. They came from a local PetSmart, and they were going to be companions for my older girl Shadow. Shadow's cage mate Sonic had just passed away a few weeks prior, and she seemed like she could use another companion, so I decided to get them. And introductions to Shadow were a little shaky. She was kind of mean to Berry at first a lot. She liked to pluck out her fur, and she kept tackling Berry to the ground, which is kind of funny when I think about it, considering how much Berry likes to tackle her sister to the ground. I decided to slather them all in meat baby food to see if that would help relations a little bit, and well, it helped, but Shadow wasn't exactly nicer to them. She just thought they tasted good. Anyhow, you can see a picture of them, I'm sure, on screen right now, all covered in meat baby food, sitting in a line. One of the funniest things about these 3 rats is that they always sat in a line. Seriously, I have so many pictures of them just standing or sleeping in a line, and I will show them all on screen now. It's so weird. Okay, back to Berry. Berry eventually got along with Shadow. Like I was saying in Shadow's video, I did the carrier method, and then all 3 rats got along within basically a day. And it was really funny because then Berry basically took over everything. She didn't bother Shadow at all, however, she had no issue going after Latte some. It wasn't vicious or anything. I don't know, she's always specifically targeted her to like roll her over, chase her, things like that. I think it's because Latte is so mellow that she knows she can get away with it. And that's basically Berry's thing. The other issue I dealt with when I got Berry was that she was a biter. Now, this is probably something to do with her genetics, because when I got her, she hadn't really been handled at all yet. She wasn't afraid of it at all. Seriously, I could pick her up, and I could pick Latte up from the beginning, no issue. Latte would go ragdoll, she'd let you pick her up, carry her, whatever. It was great, no taming necessary. With Blackberry, she was a little more nervous. However, within the first 2 days, she was also just fine with being picked up. She didn't mind being touched, nothing like that. I mean, she didn't like it. She's not really a touchy-feely rat, but she didn't mind it. However, then I reached into her cage, and Berry was like, nope, that's not happening. And she lunged for me, and she nipped, and then she nipped harder, and then she bit, and then she drew blood. And from then on, whenever I reached into the cage, it was a 50-50% chance of her lunging and drawing blood. So I had to work with her a lot on that, because it wasn't just in the cage, it turned out. It would also happen when she was in free range. She could be on a surface. If I put my hands in front of her, oh, she'd go and bite it. If I put my clothes in front of her, she wouldn't bite it at all. She liked to be inside my hoodie, she liked to be inside my shirt, but if I put my hand down in there to take her out, oof, that was really painful, and it was a really bad idea. So most of the work that I did with Berry in the beginning was mainly focused on her biting issue. I used a metal spoon and baby food to teach her to lick the baby food from the spoon, and later on I put it on my knuckles so that if she did bite, it wouldn't hurt as much. Once she got to the point that she'd lick it from my knuckles, I could put my hand in the cage with the baby food and she would lick it instead of going to bite me as she usually would when I offered solid treats. And then after that, I was able to offer solid treats in the cage to extract her safely. Now today, she doesn't usually bite or anything like that. In fact, I would say she hasn't bitten in over a year. However, I am still very respectful of her personal space, so if she is inside a hide or something like that, I will call her or I will show her a treat to get her to come out to me instead of reach in. And it's okay because Berry's actually very willing to come out, especially if you show her a treat. She's not the most human-friendly rat, but she is very sociable in the sense that she knows that humans can be used to transport her places, and she knows that we can give her treats, so she's more than willing to come out and perch on your shoulder to get taken back to the cage or taken to the free range area. She's very smart, good at communicating her needs. Like in the free range area, she taught me to bring her to the cage when she sits on my shoulder. It wasn't the other way around. She just one day came, jumped on my shoulder, I put her back in, and after that that's how I do it now. Actually, she taught the other rats to also do that, so I don't have any issues with them escaping the free range area, which is really nice. So yeah, Berry's had her issues, but for the most part, she's gotten over them. She was a little feisty with Latte in the beginning, she was a little feisty with me, but she's mellowed out as she's gotten older. She's nearing 2 years old now, and she's a pretty good rat. I mean, she's learned lots of cool tricks. She can back up on cue, she can do wall handstands. She is basically a master of backwards tricks, and she's gotten Cream into doing backwards tricks too, which is kind of cool. And she likes to play basketball, fetch, you name it. She can basically do everything. She's a pretty cool rat. I don't think she'll ever be as cuddly as Latte or Shadow, but, you know, to each their own. She's still very sweet. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk about all my other rats in the next few videos. Bye!